Hello to chapter 48 of Moby Dick by Herman Melville, and this chapter is titled The First Lowering. The phantoms, for so they then seemed, were flitting on the other side of the deck, and with a noiseless celerity were casting loose the tackles and bands of the boat which swung there. This boat had always been deemed one of these spare boats, though technically called the captain's on account of its hanging from the starboard quarter. The figure that now stood by its bows was tall and swart, with one white tooth evilly protruding from its steel-like lips. A rumpled Chinese jacket of black cotton funerally invested him with wide black trousers of the same dark stuff. But strangely crowning this ebonness was a glistening, white-plaited turban, the living hair braided and coiled round and round upon his head. Less swart in aspect, the companions of this figure were of that vivid tiger-yellow complexion peculiar to some of the aboriginal natives of the Manilas, a race notorious for a certain diabolism of subtlety, and by some honest white mariners supposed to be the paid spies and secret confidential agents on the water of the devil, their lord, whose counting-room they supposed to be elsewhere. While yet the wondering ship's company were gazing upon these strangers, Ahab cried out to the white-turbaned old man at their head, "All ready there, Fedallah?" "Ready," was the half-hissed reply. "Lower away then, do you hear?" shouting across the deck. "Lower away there, I say." Such was the thunder of his voice, that, spite of their amazement, the men sprang over the rail. The sheaves whirled round, and the blocks with a wallow, the three boats dropped into the sea, while with a dexterous, off-handed daring, unknown in any other vocation, the sailors, goat-like, leaped down the rolling ship's side into the tossed boats below. Hardly had they pulled out from under the ship's lee when a fourth keel coming from the windward side pulled round under the stern and showed the 5 strangers rowing Ahab, who, standing erect in the stern, loudly hailed Starbuck, Stubb, and Flask to spread themselves widely so as to cover a large expanse of water. But with all their eyes again riveted upon the swart Fedallah and his crew, the inmates of the other boats obeyed not the command. "Captain Ahab," said Starbuck. "Spread yourselves," cried Ahab. "Give away all 4 boats. Thou, Flask, pull out more to the leeward." "Aye, aye, sir," cheerily cried little King Post, sweeping round his great steering oar. "Lay back," addressing his crew. There again. There she blows. Right ahead, boys. Lay back." "Never heed yonder yellow boys, Archie." "Oh, I don't mind 'em, sir," said Archie. "I knew it all before now. Didn't I hear him in the hold? And didn't I tell Kabako hear of it? What say ye, Kabako? They are stowaways, Mr. Flask."
"Pull, my fine hearts alive. Pull, my children, pull, my little ones."
Drawingly and soothingly side-stopped to his crew, some of whom still showed sign of uneasiness.
"Why don't you break your backbones, my boys? What is it you stare at? Those chaps in yonder boat? Tut! There are only 5 more hands come to help us. Never mind from where, the more the merrier. Pull then, do pull, never mind the brimstone devils are good fellows enough. So, there you are now, that's the stroke for £1,000, that's the stroke to sweep the stakes, hurrah, for the gold cup of sperm oil, my heroes. 3 cheers, man, all hearts alive, easy, don't be in a hurry, Why don't you snap your oars, you rascals? Bite something, you dogs. So, then. Softly. That's it. That's it, long and strong. Give away there, give away. The devil fetch ye ragamuffin, rapscallions, ye are all asleep. Stop snoring, ye sleepers, and pull. Pull, will ye? Pull, can't ye? Pull, won't ye? Why in the name of gudgeons and ginger cakes don't ye pull? Pull and break something. Pull and start your eyes out. Here, whipping out the sharp knife from his girdle, every mother's son of ye draw his knife, and pull with the blade between his teeth. That's it, that's it. Now ye do something that looks like it, my steel bits. Start her, my silver spoon, start her, marling spikes.
Stubb's exordium to his crew is given here at large, because he had rather a peculiar way of talking to them in general, and especially in incalculating the religion of rowing. But you must not suppose from this specimen of his sermonizing that he ever flew into downright passions with his congregation. Not at all. And therein consisted his chief peculiarity. He would say the most terrific things to his crew in a tone so strangely compounded of fun and fury, and the fury seemed so calculated merely as a spice to the fun, that no oarsman could hear such queer invocations without pulling for dear life, and yet pulling for the mere joke of the thing. Besides, he all the time looked so easy and indolent himself, so loungingly managed his steering oar, and so broadly gaped, open-mouthed at times, that the mere sight of such a yawning commander, by sheer force of contrast, acted like a charm upon the crew. Then, again, Stubb was one of those odd sort of humorists whose jollity is sometimes so curiously ambiguous as to put all inferiors on the guard in the matter of obeying them. In obedience to a sign from Ahab, Starbuck was now pulling obliquely across Stubb's bow, and when for a minute or so the two boats were pretty near to each other, Stubb hailed the mate.
"Mr. Starbuck, larboard boat there, ahoy! A word with ye, sir, if you please."
"Aloha," returned Starbuck, turning round not a single inch as he spoke, still earnestly but whisperingly urging his crew, his face set like a flint from Stubb's.
"What think ye of those yellow boys, sir? Smuggled on board somehow before the ship sailed. Strong, strong boys." In a whisper to his crew, then speaking out loud again, "A sad business, Mr. Stubb. Seethe her, my lads, but never mind, Mr. Stubb, all for the best. Let all your crew pull strong, come what will. Spring, my man, spring. There's hogsheads of sperm ahead, Mr. Stubb, and that's what ye came for. Pull, my boys. Sperm's the play. This, at least, is duty and profit, hand in hand."
Aye, I thought as much," soliloquized Stubb, when the boats diverged.
"As soon as I clapped eye on him, I thought so, aye. And that's what he went into the aft hold for so often as Doughboy long suspected. They were hidden down there, the white whales at the bottom of it. Well, so be it. Can't be helped, all right? Give way, man. It ain't the white whale today. Give way."
So I have to stop now. Bye-bye till next time with, the next part of this chapter. Bye-bye.